Welcome back to the Palace. I'm your host, Crown Vic, and today we're going to be talking about, for this video, is the future and how the future is here right now with AI robots.
Look, the arrival of strong artificial intelligence has been inevitable for decades.
So, I know I said AI robots, but what I really mean is artificial intelligence. So it's basically software, not so much robotic hardware. Although there is machines that they're actually building right now that actually look like iRobots, like real iRobots right now. But that's not the main reason why I want to make this video. The main reason I want to make this video is because I had an epiphany. When you have epiphanies, you're being downloaded information from the universe. Alright, so the universe is downloading information. You hit a frequency, and that frequency gave you some sort of information to a question that you had or been pondering on a little while before. Whether it's a few days ago, 5 minutes ago, or a few years. And I've been pondering this one thing that came up every now and then when someone once said, and by someone, this YouTuber named Ralph Smart Infinite Waters, he says the inorganic ones, right? Not only that, but I heard this before, not just him, but from this other book that I was reading called The Soulless Ones. And that kind of threw me off for a moment. I like the soulless ones. Everybody's one. Everything has a soul. Even the rocks have a soul. What do you mean by the soulless ones? So today, if you haven't know or are not aware of it in this day and age, there's this thing called AI. Now, AI has been around for a little while, alright? But the difference between the AI that we can't come to know, such as, say, for example, you're playing a video game and you have the NPCs and you have, I forget what the term for it was, but when you had, they call it, I don't know, AI function. I can't remember exactly what the term for it is. It's pretty much how the computer responds to your character. Alright, so that's AI in a sense. But this AI is a little bit different. Alright, so say for example, once upon a time, when Google was first introduced, people were freaking out about Google, how you could type in anyone's name and they could put up and they could bring information on that person. At first everyone was freaking out on it, but now it becomes normal. Alright, but AI is a little bit more advanced than even that, right? So, for example, for this video, I was working with an AI bot, and to come up with some ideas on how AI is being used this day and age. Alright, so with that being said, I'm gonna read what this AI chat had wrote out as far as. So the question I asked ultimately was this: write a list of all the ways AI is being used today. Alright, so the robot responded to me with, there are many ways that artificial intelligence AI is being used today, including, but not only excluding these things, including but not limited to, language translation. So in other words, when you go on Google, for example, and you type in something in Spanish and you put it in Google, it translates into English. Also predictive text. So example, when you are on your cell phone, you typing things out, or even writing emails, sometimes it has predictive text. Alright, so it predicts. So what it says about this: AI can analyze data and make predictions about future outcomes, such as demand for a product or likelihood of success in a particular venture. It's also used as a personal assistant. So you have Alexa, or OK Google, for example, and then it acts as a personal assistant, helping you out with this, that, and the other. Then you have customer service AI. All right, so I don't know about you, but sometimes when you try to contact certain companies like Xfinity, and they just send you to automatic voice, these AI systems that ask you to tell you what the problem is, and they kind of resort to this, that, and the other without having to always talk to another human being. All right, so that's that. Also, AI is being used in healthcare. So how it's being used in healthcare is AI can be used to analyze medical data such as patient records or imaging scans to make recommendations for treatment or to assist with diagnosis. Alright, so wow, so it's being used for that. Finance as well. Someone was talking about in another video how this person was working in finance for a number of years, and this AI bot was able to do their job without all the years of experience that he had put into his job. So AI just pretty much just like that was able to formulate data, analyze financial data and make investment recommendations just like he would, or if not better. Not just that, for also lawyers when they're presenting arguments for a case, AI is able to make better arguments for that case. Also image and speech recognition, so AI can recognize. So sometimes you may talk in a certain way to unlock your or maybe look at your cell phone, for example, and it has face recognitions. They even have speech recognitions. Of course, self-driving cars, robotics, education. It's about to be AI, so AI can be used to create personalized learning experience, adapting to the needs and abilities of individual students. All right, so that's kind of like what they have in school right now. When you go to these Achieve 3000. All right, so that's one of the data and analytics and analysis that they use to kind of measure where students are, and then you kind of look at the data and assess how to handle that student based off what they know. All right, so it's not only that AI is being used for, but that's not on this list. But I also hear that AI is used for a lot more. The idea just left me just now. But AI ultimately has been around for much longer, but because usually when this stuff becomes mainstream, it's been around for decades underground. So if it's reaching mainstream now, it's been around longer than that, and that just kind of goes back to my point that I was mentioning earlier in this video, how AI is becoming so advanced that videos like this won't even be made by people, right? As matter of fact, some of my future videos I may use AI robots to kind of just make videos to kind of cut down on the workload and things of that nature. I don't know, but it's all about adapting. So it's not that I'm telling people about AI to warn them against using it. By all means, embrace it. But I just want you to understand it. For example, understand this point, because this is a spiritual channel first and foremost. It's not a technological channel like when we talk about technology. This is all about spirituality and reaching the highest frequency, the crown chakra, hence Crown Vic. But in awakening, however, so it's all about awakening to the darkness of the world. All right, it's not to stay at that level. All right, so be concerned, as someone once said, be concerned but don't worry. All right, concern brings awareness to what is going on around you. All right, so when I bring up this AI thing, I want you to understand that there are beings far more advanced than human beings than where we are today. All right, so there are beings as really advanced human beings that already not only use AI, but have AI that is far more advanced than what we are working with today. Someone once said that in the future, not only will videos be AI, like this video, or scripts be AI, but entire movies will be created from AI. I believe that Elon Musk was trying to embrace or take AI a little bit further by having Neuralink, so your thoughts can create, things, because really AI is limited to your thought function. So as smart as you can formulate these questions, the AI can answer that question according to how, it's limited to how expansive your mind is. And so Elon Musk is trying to go a little step further to kind of like see what you're feeling with that Neuralink. But beyond that, all right, in the future, they talk about how not only would AI be limited to like your computer screen or a cell phone screen or whatever screen you're looking at, but they're also going to be like actual robots. All right, so imagine one day AI, can talk to you, and they get to that point right now with Replika, where you can talk to AI back and forth and have a real legit conversation, and you feel like you're talking to a real person. All right, so let's say you could talk on a phone. You saw in Black Mirror, for example, there's one episode where she was literally talking to her dead lover on the phone, but it wasn't really her dead lover, but it was an AI robot that downloaded all the information of her ex-lover or dead lover, and pretty much talked or resumed that conversation with her as if he was still there. AI is getting that good. They're going to inject that into these robots. These robots are actually really, really around. All right, they're trying to advance these robots to the point where they're just talking, walking like us. Going back to my first point, the advanced species already are on this stuff, and they've been on this for thousands of years. Anunnaki, if you haven't heard of that, are these beings. They were around over I want to say over 4,000 years ago, but it definitely probably been around longer. But as far as making contact with this planet, I believe in the Sumerian times. So I gotta look at, if you look at the Sumerian text, and I'm gonna read more on this, but they do a lot of references to these beings called the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki are known for world travelers, right? So they traveled to this planet from planet Sirius, can't remember exactly the name, to mine gold for the sake of their planet. And so they used the human species, or what they created from the I believe there was the I keep forgetting these people's name, but ultimately they weren't human beings at first until the Anunnakis injected their DNA into these. I cannot remember the name of these. I keep remembering then forgetting the names of them. I'll remember right after I stop this video. Then I'm gonna be like, doggone, I should have put it right there. But ultimately, it's probably on the tip of my tongue too. I hate when that happens. But ultimately, they enslaved the human race based on this. All right, so, but imagine species, right? They, in the same way that they enslaved the human race then, we're still being enslaved now by certain people in power. And sometimes these people in power are not even human. What if? And that's the whole purpose of this video. What if some of these people in positions of power are nothing more than advanced AI? Created for the sole purpose of keeping the entire human race in a slave position. How do you remain in a slave position? By eating bad food that'll keep you in a very spaced out position, drinking getting drunk on alcohol, looking at the news, all the negativity on the screen, the drama that's unfolding, constantly looking at it, consuming it, right? So you have that, and also constantly injecting you with fear and anger, frustration, hopelessness, all the low vibrational frequencies that keep you enslaved. We are nothing but energetic beings. We must vibrate at the highest level in order to be free. If we are to be free, we must focus on love and light. If we focus on the darkness, then the darkness will get us. You see, another reason why I want to make this video is I think about, the situation of people like Andrew Tate. I think about the situation of people like Alex Jones, like Kanye West, Elon Musk. All these people claim to fight for freedom, fight against the darkness, and guess what happens to them? They get locked away, they get put away, this, that, and the other. Alright? And not all of them are locked away like Elon Musk and Kanye West, but Andrew Tate was recently arrested. But I want you to notice what they're saying. They're saying they're out to get me. Who's out to get you? The darkness. The darkness is out to get you. If you focus on the darkness will get you. Do not give them your light. And that's why whenever I do my stuff, I focus on the light. I don't focus on the darkness. No one's out to get me. I am free. No one can get me. I'm untouchable. That is the affirmation that I choose to use. No one can get me. No one will get me. And as the Bible says, when weapons are formed against me, I can't remember the scripture, but no weapon formed against me will prosper. I don't even want to acknowledge the weapon. Maybe I know that it's there, be concerned, but I'm not going to worry about the darkness. I know that it's there, but I'm not going to worry about it. Because I came here, as Infinite Waters always says, to be free. AI is not the enemy, but what it offers us is a way to utilize our freedom. It's a tool. Alright, the tool can be used to destroy us or to set us free. How are you going to use it? But just know that the enemy is working overtime to keep you a slave. But the same tools that he used to lock you up, it's the same tools that you can use to set yourself free. I'm Crown Vic, and this has been a video on the future. Now, what are you gonna do about the future? And how are you gonna make the most of your future right now? If you haven't already, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, because my content moving forward is about to be so deep. My content moving forward is about to be profound. Content moving forward is going to be transformative. It's going to transform your life for the better. High quality. My goal is to help everyone be the best version of themselves.